Charlie, can you log me back to the George Sector Auto? Any update on the tracking?
Editor's clear. She'll be back on the Edward Sector Auto. Received. Back en route to the Edward Sector Auto. Negative on update for the tracking.
Negative, they're working on it. It's maybe verified stolen, yes on search, no on impound. There's also a burglary here as well if I could get 2 units to clear the apartment.
George 34, you can have me that.
I copy George 34.
2 Charlie, you can have me back to that.
Received. Still holding a priority suicidal subject at Capitol Hill.
Hey, George 2.
George 2.
The tracking's working. It was last seen at 1120 Broadway, but it appears to be mobile on Union now.
Received last tracking 1120 Broadway and moving.
Gratitude, we have a Guardian 1 up.
Affirm priority suicidal subject at Capitol Hill Library, 425 Harvard Avenue East. Yourself? Edward 12. Did we ever have any luck getting more info on the Edward Sector Auto, like the RO plate, anything specific to find out who was it and contact him? Look, Affirm, plate of divert and go to the suicide call. I've got a RO in Unit 101 at 1477 Pike, Unit 101, plate of Boy Victor Lincoln 4864. Copy. This is Sergeant, copy the holding priority suicidal subject.
George 2.
George 2.
We're going to check the apartment air routine.
So you checking the apartment air's routine. George 2, do you know what kind of tracking they have in the vehicle?
Working it out.
Received.
Charlie 2 to George 34, you check it, update location.
Melrose and Olive. Also possibly outside 1633 Bellevue. Refreshing now.
Hey, Rush, you want to take the lead on that?
Yep.
And there's Guardian 1 up.
Do Charlie 2 say again?
Is Guardian 1 up?
I can check. No, George 34?
168. George 34.
Go ahead.
Looks like the vehicle is stationary somewhere around Melrose and Olive, but they're also getting 1633 Bellevue at the same time.
Received. Possibly stationary in the area of Melrose and Olive, but also possibly around that 1633 Bellevue.
Do you have any available extra units?
We got 2 Charlie 3 en route to you. 2 Charlie 2 is no request for Guardian 1 request. No reply, I mean.
Okay, thank you.
And just for anyone who doesn't have their mapping up, Melrose and Olive is 1 block west of 1633 Bellevue, so it should be in that area of either Melrose and Olive or Bellevue and East Olive.
Yeah, they're coming in area.
Received.
George 34.
George 34.
It looks like this tracking system is giving us 2 different data points. Right. It's showing a specific dot on the map. That dot appears to show it on Melrose, somewhere between Olive and Yale. Right. That 1633 address, maybe the program just trying to spit out what address it thinks is closest to.
Received. So the dot is showing on Melrose between Olive and Yale. 1633 Bellevue may simply just be the closest address it can pick.
Dispatch, can you update the location on M2?
Charlie 2, say again.
Can you update the location on MDT, please?
George 34 vehicle still appears to be stationary.
Received.
I'm sorry, Dispatch. Can you update the location where George 34 thinks the vehicle is?
George 34. So from the mapping, it's showing a dot where it thinks the car is. That dot is showing on Melrose between Olive and Yale. Right. Sounds like this program is also trying to assign whatever address it thinks it's nearest. That is the 1633 Bellevue address, and it still appears to be stationary.
Copy, so on Yale.
I think on Melrose.
Charlie 3 for George 34. Is that Melrose and Olive Way or Olive Street, do you know?
Olive Way. And George 34 for George 2. One of the girls in the house there with you is about to get a picture showing what the tracking information looks like. If you can pass that out when you get it.
Charlie 2, can you see if Smokey's up?
Received.
And George 2 looks like the last update is on Melrose Avenue, just south of Olive.
Melrose, just south of Olive.
Charlie 3, I'm arriving there.
Arriving in the area.
Copy, thank you.
Any updates on that tracking? Negative. Last refresh showed it still stationary. Break. Sounds like the gentleman with the tracking information thinks that it may be inside a parking structure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Charlie 3?
Charlie 3.
Definitely not out here on the street in like 1500 block of Melrose. But just north by one building of 1520 Melrose, there's an open garage that I've never seen open before, so I'll go check in there. What, somebody else is nearby?
George Sturgis advised there's probably a couple $1,000 worth of computers and purses and jewelry in the car.
Yeah, right here, Nelson.
And a 10 building, that's my guess.
It's going to be the Capitol Steps Apartments.
The Capitol Steps Apartments. Copy.
Oh, we got it here.
You have eyes on the vehicle?
Yes.
Received eyes on in the garage.
Charlie 3, hold here.
Air is held for 2 Charlie 3 Capitol Steps Apartments on Melrose. 4 units, he's trying to ram us. Get out of it. Suspect trying to ram. Need additional to him. Just rammed us. 4 units, 4 units. Ours block the garage, block the garage. Yeah, he's trying to ram us. Still trying to ram. Fastback was broadcast on west. Units en route. We need vehicles to the garage to block the entrance. Need vehicles to the garage to block the entrance.
What address?
Mid-block Melrose between Yale and Olive. Chief Gnipper, Snohomish County, Pierce County. He's ramming multiple vehicles and our patrol vehicle. He's waving. Going southbound Melrose. Break. Back northbound. PC for burglary, eluding, hit and run. Advice State Patrol. The riding unit, hook right to I-5. Received, and that was a correction. Street Patrol at Northgate to intercept. Car has heavy damage. Black male driver, red shirt. I copy. Black male driver, red shirt. In the air. Air is routine for units at Melrose and Olive, 1630.
We do not need more units to respond to our scene at this point, just a supervisor.
Charlie with the plate. Go ahead with the plate. Charlie Frank David, 9701. Victim vehicle rammed by the suspect. Received.
And Charlie 2, Key by State Patrol, we have attempted ramming of an officer as well for PC.
Received. We're advising State Patrol of all of this.
Okay, radio supervisor on East 2 Charlie, do you
Traction vehicle. Northbound I-5 from Olive, heavy front end damage.
Note on call, there's cameras inside the garage directly above where the vehicle was parked.
Charlie 2, we don't need any more units here. We're on patrol.
2 Charlie, do you want units to area check or do you want everybody not arrive to clear?
Don't need any more units on scene. The suspect has left northbound I-5.
Copy. No units needed on scene. There is no air support. We'll notify state.
Tower 22, just a little bit of I-5 traffic. What's the description of the vehicle?
Vehicle is a black Dodge Challenger, Texas plate of Spidey, Sam, Paul, Ida, David, Edward, Young, Rake. Driver's a black male, red shirt.
2 Edward, are there any injuries?
Negative.
Copy, I'm en route. What's the best access?
Off Melrose, at the address. You'll see the garage open. We're just inside the garage.
Thanks, Tom.
Mary 12, I'll be cruising northbound I-5. Make sure you didn't crash out anywhere. I copy. Area checking northbound I-5.
Results in traffic.
Received.
All units, information for officer safety. East Precinct had a vehicle ramming officers at 1640 Melrose Avenue and then went onto I-5 northbound from the East Precinct. The recently stolen black 2020 Dodge Challenger, Texas plate Spidey, Sam, Paul, Ida, David, Edward, Young, might have exited Lakeview at a high rate of speed. Information only. And there's PC for eluding, attempted ramming of officers, and burglary for that vehicle.
Edward 3.
2 Edward 3.
I made it all the way up to Roosevelt and then onto the vehicle, but there was a heavy trail of dust that was being picked up. It looked like a vehicle might have exited Lakeview at a high rate of speed.
We are still tracking it.
Copy, still tracking it. Do you have an updated location?
George, are you still with that caller or doing the caller?
Do we have an updated location from tracking?
George 3-4, I broke off that form code to respond to the garage and headed back there now.
Received.
Last update was Lakeview Boulevard and Island Drive.
I copy. Lakeview Boulevard and Island Drive was last location. 3 Charlie, see if you could keep state engaged with us on this and patch us together. It seems how they have spike strips with them. Received.
Source 12, it's westbound from Boylston to Lakeview.
Westbound Boylston, Lakeview.
And 2 Mary 11 advised on west the vehicle tried to ram him as well.
Wrong way. Onto I-5.
On to northbound, but going southbound on the on-ramp.
Received.
Charlie 2, can you see if we can patch state and us, please?
We're working on it. Official, from what you guys could tell, was it proceeding to drive southbound onto the highway itself, or do you think it's probably trying to flip around somewhere around the ramp?
Unknown at this time. I didn't get a good look.
Yeah, I'm coming up on Lakeview now. I'm like 2 exits south of 520. Well, guys.
State is working on getting resources assigned to this. They do not have any right now. Once they do, we'll get a patch going.
No units, we have an update for that vehicle that rammed officers in the East Precinct. It is northbound on I-5 passing exit 168 Adam. Again, we do have PC for this vehicle, recently stolen black Dodge Challenger, Texas plate Spidey.
I did just see a unit pass us on northbound, so unless they saw one going in the wrong way, it has flipped and continued northbound on I-5.
Yeah, that's me. I'm passing 168 Adam now. I'm considering northbound. If you have to estimate how many lengths behind the vehicle am I at this time?
I have no idea. We've lost sight of it.
Charlie 2, state is going to contact Chrysler to turn off the vehicle.
2 Edward, is the vehicle going the right way now?
Alright, Edward 12, I'll keep that in mind and I'll start to slow roll advise when Chrysler gets the vehicle shut down. I'm at 168 Boy exit. Do we have confirmation that the vehicle is now headed the correct direction on the highway?
Kaya, can I get a parallel street for your location?
Your parallel is probably going to be, standby. I might be like Roanoke. I'm coming up on the, like the Roanoke, Charlie 1 northwest, and,
We confirm, is the vehicle going the right way or wrong way still on I-5?
that's what they said, so we'll go with that.
What are we going with?
Believed to be headed northbound.
So we have any available units to assist with that area check on I-5, just on the north side of the ship canal now for that Dodge Challenger.
In the northbound lanes is what we're trying to confirm.
Yes, now.
Copy. Thank you. Headed correct direction northbound I-5. First of all, I'm currently passing the last exit for the bridge over the canal. Still no eyes. Received. You can get a couple of north units at the other side of the bridge to join here.
2 Edward, there's still an officer tracking the vehicle, correct?
Yeah, last update, it looks like it got off I-5 near Northeast 45th and 7th Avenue Northeast. Looks like it's going northbound towards 45th.
2 Edward, let's get some north units to assist, and don't engage the vehicle, just follow it for now.
Just hold on, coming up on exit 169 at Northeast 45th Street. Is that what I heard as far as its location? Hey, from northbound towards 45 on 7 at Northeast. Okay, I'm not sure if this is a supervisor's call to make, but should we consider patching north end at this point?
We notified state.
A from State's aware. 2 Edward is requesting your north units to assist, just to follow, not to engage the suspect vehicle. They're approaching the Northeast 45 exit.
Radio supervisor on north and east. Stand by while north and east are patched. I said state's trying to shut it down, so it might be shutting down here shortly. North and east are now patched. Go ahead with the vehicle. Last known location.
Last location was northbound 8 Ave, passing 45 at under 10 miles per hour. Chrysler was working on shutting down the vehicle. The vehicle may have been shut down at this point.
And 2 Edward, let's get a patch going with north, and tell me when we have resources.
We are still working on everything.
Radio supervisor on north.
Found on 8th Avenue, passing 45th, going under 10 miles an hour.
Radio supervisor on north and east. Stand by while north and east are patched. Charlie 2, like I said, state's trying to shut it down, so it might be shutting down here shortly.
What's our cross street? The last was 8 Ave Northeast, northbound passing 45. Copy. And where in relation to that is to I-5. Is that going to be east or west of I-5? That will be east of I-5. It would be coming up to Northeast 47. Break for description again. Vehicle's going to be a black 2020 Dodge Challenger. Texas plate is Spidey, Sam, Paul, Ida, David, Edward, Young. Occupied by a black male with a red shirt. There is PC for burglary, looting, and attempted ramming of multiple officers, as well as hit and run.
Yeah, 9th Avenue between 43rd and 45th, still it's been stationary for a few seconds.
9th between 44 and 45 stationary.
2 Charlie, do we have K9 en route?
Still stationary.
North and east are now patched. Go ahead with the vehicle last known location. Out of containment.
Setting up containment. 9 Avenue between 44 and 45, confirming.
Still stationary.
I'm trying to confirm it's 9 Ave between 44 and 45, or is it north of 45?
He keeps saying between 45 and 43. I'll try to get clarification on a map.
2 Charlie, do we have K9 available?
I am checking citywide for K9. As soon as I hear, I will let you know.
K9, 1 on east. We'll have to do a voluntary call out. We have none on duty right now.
Team 3, no news. Do we have a description for that suspect? I'm on 9 between 43 and 45.
Break for description. Black 2020 Dodge Challenger, Texas plate Spidey, Sam Paul Ida, David Edward Young, occupied by black male with red shirt.
Yeah, give me the air. I got him.
Air is held for 2 King 3 on 9 Ave between 43 and 44.
We'll be just to the south of 45th and 9.
South of 45th and 9.
Hey, watch your crossfire down there.
Watch crossfire. Need a 40 up here. Need a 40 to that area. Back in the vehicle. Back in the vehicle. You say he's going to hit officers? Taking threats to hit officers. Down again. Can we get Sadie here so we get a pit going? County, somebody who can stop the vehicle. Direction. Oh, go northbound. He's going to hit kill somebody. Leaving northbound. Eastbound 45. Eastbound 45. Northbound. Wrong way, driving northbound residential. That's northbound Roosevelt from 45. Northbound Rosie from 45, wrong way. Can I get a supervisor to green light at pursuit? He's constantly putting people at risk here.
2 Edward, we're tracking the vehicle. Back off.
Pursuit not authorized. We're tracking the vehicle. Still eastbound, 3 blocks, Roosevelt. Eastbound on 45 from Roosevelt. You luck with State or King who can stop the vehicle.
Radio supervisor, we are very aware of the need for state or somebody with spikes, and we are working on it. We'll let you know.
2 Edward, let's continue to parallel the vehicle. Keep distance, out of sight, and wait for resources.
Continue to parallel the vehicle, keep your distance out of sight, and wait for resources. We've sent a page out for K9.
Last known location.
Last I had was eastbound 45 from Roosevelt.
Last tracking was south on Brooklyn from 43rd.
Last tracking south on Brooklyn from 43rd.
East, north, and KCI 06 are now patched for state.
Talking about 42 Brooklyn, what was the last location? Last I had was southbound Brooklyn from 43rd.
Wait, UW, please.
UW's already been notified.
Camry 11, I've got him at 43rd in South Brooklyn. Carson. Brooklyn Ave Northeast.
Eyes on 43rd in Brooklyn. That was Mary 11.
Mary 11, he's heading towards University Northeast.
University in 41, is he going north or south?
Right now he's heading north between the alley between University and Wilson.
In the alley between University and Brooklyn, northbound.
Mary 11 advised he's stopped in the alley now.
Stopped in the alley. What are the crosses for him, 43rd and 42nd?
Mary 11, I'm going to need you to hold the air. Drivers out of the vehicle now.
Air is still held. Drivers out of the vehicle. Units to the north have priority fire. Units to the north have priority fire. North. Units to the north facing north have priority fire. Construction again, refusing to stop. Refusing to stop. Northbound alley. It's blocked. Northbound alley. In the alley, northbound. Reversing, going eastbound towards University. There's right where it pops out. Northbound, backing University. Back northbound at University. District 1, copy. On the vehicle, he's currently turning to head northbound again on University, just past 45 to the north of.
Charlie 2, do we have State or King who stopped this vehicle?
2 boy, I'm trying to get there. I'm pit certified.
Stay on location? Have it pinged. 45, have it pinged. Pitted on 45. 40 deployed. 40 deployed after a pit on 45.
Crossing.
Second, 40 deployed. 1. Healthy officer fighting with 1 North 43rd Street and 9 Ave per mapping. Help. He's resisting. We're taking 1 in custody slowly. Taking 1 into custody. Not a help. I copy, not a help, taking 1 into custody. Air is still held and I need your current location. Open there.
King 3, 4525 University Way.
4525 University Way, confirming we are under control.
We're still trying to take him into custody, but it's not a help.
I understand, not a help. The air is still held until we are under control.
We have 1 in custody. Open the air. Under control.
I copy. Charlie.
Hang out.
Charlie 2, 1 in custody. Under control. Air is routine at 1654.
2.2, can we get somebody on the north end of this block just to make sure traffic is cut off?
2 Edward, I need a location for those units.
Air at 4525 University Way. Units are at 4525 University Way Northeast.
Is it secure? It seems secure for fire. I have them staging.
Scene is secure.
Copy. Scene secure for fire.
Have them come from the north side.
Proceed.
Fire had a report of shots fired. I'm clarifying no shots were fired.
Altitude negative. 240 deployments.
2 boys arrived on scene.
I copy. 2 boy arrived on scene. And repeating, 240.
I have 340 deployments. 3 of them.
340 deployments, but no firearm deployments at the scene.
2 boy, there is a lieutenant monitoring this, I suppose.
242, I was monitoring that.
2 Edward. I'll log in as 243 and I'll take this.
I copy. 2 Edward logging in as 243 and we'll take it.
2 George 2.
George 2.
Am I good to bring the victims there to recover some high-value items from the car?
We need a tow here as well, please. 2 Charlie 2, did you ask for the air again?
We need a tow here for the suspect vehicle. I'm assuming it's going in a processing room since they almost struck multiple officers.
I copy. Requesting a tow to the scene.
Do we have a DRV available?
Whoever's driving 33377, if we can have them move their vehicle, please, for traffic.
Is there any DRE on these airs available?
Charlie 3, what's the number?
198926.
Copy, thank you.
Received.
2 George, do you want me to the scene up in the U district?
And 2 boy, University Way is going to be shut down for a significant period of time. We're going to get the suspect out of the scene here, and then we're going to work on getting this vehicle to the processing room.
Received. University Way is going to be shut down for a significant period of time. Received.
And 2 boy, is there any officer with the this pedestrian vehicle first pedestrian we had?
243, at this point, we do not have a victim of pedestrian being hit.
I copy. At this point, no victim for a pedestrian hit.
243, can you get a hold of state, see if they have a DRE available?
Received. There was that earlier broadcast about a civilian being hit. That was a civilian occupying a vehicle. Received. So, correction, the vehicle the civilian was in was hit by the suspect, not a pedestrian. A couple of plates when you're ready.
243, I'm now in charge of the scene, and can you note that because of the circumstances, I do not have my body cam on me.
2 George 12, we are transporting 1 adult male to the East Precinct.
Go ahead. Boy, Victor Young, 5468. Received.
Okay, radio supervisor, we're going to have to unpatch here. So anybody who is on this university call needs to switch to east.
2 boy, can we switch that to north since it's in our precinct, please?
Sure. Any units on the university call, please switch to north air before we unpatch the zone.
And 2 George 12, our subject is requesting medical attention, but says you can wait till we get to the precinct, have SFC medics meet us at east.
Received. Suspect requesting medical attention at the precinct.
Radio supervisor 2243.
Go ahead.
Okay, most of the units on this call are east unit. Do we want to have everybody switch to north, or should we keep this on east? And I need to unpatch the zone.
Well, let's keep it on east for now. It'll be easier for the switching, and I'll just coordinate with the north sergeants.
Okay, received. Sorry for the back and forth. Everybody who is on this call, switch to east. Switch to east.
2 George 2, is there any reason to hold the burglary scene with the victims anymore? Stand by real quick.
2 Unit 1.
2 Unit 1.
Yeah, could you lug me to 65th and Roosevelt? I'm on a hazard break. Is there a PO that can swing by with a traffic cone until SDOT can show up and move this cover back over?
All 35, I'm 2 blocks away, I'll be around.
George 34 for George 2.
Go ahead.
Okay, they're asking up here if we need to hold that scene, the original burglary scene for anything.
Okay, everyone stand by unless emergency, just one while I get this unpatch going.
North and East are now unpatched. And Union 1, apologies, you did get a little cut off during the unpatching thing. What can I get you logged to?
Radio Supervisor on East, I'm working on a DRE page. Will they be needed to the scene or to the precinct?
To the East Precinct, and for anyone whom it concerns, I just attached an ID, which I verified via RMS Hotel.
Victor 8438.
Victor, was it 8464?
Confirm, I'm DRE. I can call to the precinct.
Copy and run to the precinct for DRE.
Okay, East. Union 21, what's the number?
Number 198926.